Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, January 3rd. I'm headed to work, and here's what I'm taking with me. So I have first my beverages over here, coffee and tea. Coffee is this great value house blend K-Cup for 0 smart points. And then I have 1 tablespoon of Dairy Star fat-free half and half for 0 smart points. So coffee is completely 0. My tea is again the Teamy Tea Mojito. So I have the last bag of Teamy Alive for 0 smart points. And then in there I have some muddled mint and the juice of 1 lime. So the mint comes from Trader Joe's, 0 smart points. And then I have some seltzer water, lime flavored seltzer water at work, so I will add that after it steeps for a while. So the Teamy Tea Mojito is 0 smart points. If you guys missed my video on how to make the mojito, go ahead and watch that from last week, I believe. So Teamy Tea Mojito and coffee, 0 smart points. Lunch is the chicken coleslaw that I made this weekend. So this is all 0 smart points as well. It is coleslaw mix, the bagged coleslaw mix, some shredded carrots, and then I have about 3 ounces of grilled chicken breast for 0 smart points. I have some whole cranberries for 0. Also, they are whole fresh cranberries. And then I have a tablespoon of Banquet Light mayonnaise and a tablespoon of fat-free Greek yogurt for the dressing. So everything in here is 0 smart points for my chicken coleslaw. Excuse me. Also, if you missed the meal prep video from this weekend, I believe I put that up on Sunday. Watch the meal prep video and I show you actually how to make this and the rest of my lunches for this week. So I'm also taking this, which is hard as a rock. This is the muscle milk mocha from Starbucks that I made the other day, and I put it in the freezer and totally forgot about it. So it's just 4 shots of espresso from Starbucks and 1 container of muscle milk, which is 1 smart point. It looks like I've got about probably 2/3, 3/4 of this left. So I'm gonna let it thaw, and then when I drink it, I'm probably gonna count the full point for the muscle milk. So that is 1 smart point. And then for snacks today, I have again the Hungry Girl Scoopable apple pie, because I prepped a whole bunch of this for my lunches this week. So that is 0 smart points. And then a just in case apple. I probably won't eat this because I found that, number one, I mean, usually I'm okay with just what I'm taking for lunch, but sometimes I get a little snacky on the way home. So I may have the apple then, I may have this. Everything I'm having today until dinner is 1 smart.
Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. It feels so good to say that it's already Wednesday. I am on a little short break because I need to grab something from the dollar store. You guys have told me that you love outfit of the day, so it looks like outfit of the day is here to stay. It might get boring because I'm really going to try hard not to buy new clothes, but here's my outfit for today, which I actually haven't worn for a while and never in this combo. So the jacket is, of course, not part of my outfit. It's actually my office sweater because it's freezing today. And the shirt I got from Venus.com. Of course, the skirt, would you believe it, came from Wish.com. It's just a very, very inexpensive knit skirt. So anyway, I am a little worried because my throat is really hurting this morning and I really don't want to get sick again. So I'm hoping it's not coming back and it's not any kind of relapse, but crossing my fingers. Hey everyone, it is 6:45. I am headed home. Yeah, I just did a little workout at the gym, and I have to say, in my quest for actually reducing my exercise or reducing my running, at least for this year, it's kind of nice to be in and out of the gym so fast, and I am far less sweaty and gross. So what I did tonight was I did my 1 mile run, yay, day 3.
And I did a few weights and weight-bearing exercises. So I tried to do a little research today, and I am so not an expert, and I really hate lifting weights anyway. So what I want to do is find like the 3 most effective weights or weight-bearing activities to accomplish what it is I'm trying to accomplish. And that is, I want to fine-tune or tone my shoulders more, my biceps, and especially my triceps. So what I did tonight was I did tricep dips, which I've known how to do for ages. Those are easy ones. I also did bicep curls. Those are like the 2 basics, right? And then I did tricep pull downs with the machine. And the last thing I did was I did some squats. And as I did the squat, I lifted 8-pound dumbbells in each hand laterally in front of me, if that makes sense. I have no idea what that one's called. So I decided to do some squats because I really hate my butt. I have runner's butt, and it's pretty flat. It's also hereditarily flat, so it's like a double whammy, and so we need to pump that up a little. And I'm pretty sure that it's wrong to work both biceps and triceps on the same day, but at this point I don't care until, I don't know, maybe in a couple weeks I'll be able to maybe choose 3 or 4 most effective exercises for biceps and shoulders, and 3 or 4 most effective for triceps and butt. I don't know, maybe I can fine-tune it a little more, but this is what I'm doing for today and tomorrow. I also know I probably shouldn't be lifting weights 2 days in a row, but this week is kind of weird because of my schedule, well, for 2 reasons. Because I didn't work on Monday, and then also because I need to do my long run tomorrow or Friday instead of on the weekend. So this is just a weird week overall, and I think even though I'm probably not doing the weightlifting procedurally exact, I feel like I'm just kind of dipping my toes in the water and kind of, you know, like feeling it out and seeing what I can do and how I can do it and how I can better myself. So if you guys watched me from last year, you know that at the beginning of last year in January, I started doing the rowing machine, and I did 10 to 15 minutes of the rowing machine about 3 to 4 days a week for most of the year, or at least probably two-thirds to 3/4 of the year. And that actually really helped tone up my shoulders like a lot for the spring and the summer. I really noticed it, and my arms too. But the thing is I think it stopped working. Like, I probably just plateaued to a point where it wasn't as effective as I thought it should be. So I don't know. I do feel like it's overall great for the upper body and the arms. So I may at some point go to lifting weights on one day and then the rowing machine on another day. I don't know yet. So I'm still tossing around a lot of things and not really knowing what I'm doing, but that's what I did tonight. So I am about to have, today I did have my coleslaw, and I had the Hungry Girl scoopable apple pie, and I'm about to have this pear instead of the little apple because I got a pear at work. So, and I haven't had a pear in a long time, and it sounded really good. I noticed that my diet this week, my meals and my snacks are all pretty heavily laden with apples. That's just because I happen to have apples in the refrigerator, fresh apples, and I happen to want to make the Hungry Girl scoopable apple pie. So 'tis the season, and I'm sure I'll be sick of apples by the end of this week. We'll move on to something else. I've been listening to Fat Tag again. Thankfully, he's doing, or this week, last week, he was doing a few more episodes, a few daily episodes, because of the holidays. He had a little more time. So I am listening to Fat Tag again this week and loving it. This is the time when I need my Fat Tag, when I need to really gear up, get motivated, get on fire, laser focus. I'm doing this for 2018, you guys. I am very, very focused. And you'll know that because you'll see that I did not have any wine, no champagne, nothing with my dinner last night. So it was not pleasant. It was not what I wanted to have,
but I survived. So not giving it up. I am just compromising a bit with myself, and mostly because I really want to, well, number one, I really want to hit 130. And then I'm also really trying to get rollovers every single day to bank them up for Saturday. So that's my deal. But if you guys are not listening to Fat Dad podcasts yet, you have to. And if you did, you would know the one I talk to every day about laser focus and motivation and determination. I'm fat dagging you. And you seriously probably need to listen to the podcast that mentions that, and you need to be a Fat Dag follower to really appreciate that, because that's hilarious. And when I heard that, I was running last night and I just about tripped because I laughed so hard. So anyway, shout out to you, Fat Dag. You're awesome. Fat Dag got a mention in the Weight Watchers magazine, so congratulations. Keep spreading the word, spreading the Weight Watchers love, because he did it, I did it, you can do it, guys. You can all do it. So anyway, I also listened to today, I listened to an interesting discussion from Diane Parham. If you are not subscribed to her channel, her channel is Diane Parham Fitness, or it could be Diane Parham. It's intermittent fasting for today's aging women. So she was talking last night about the difference between goals and resolutions. Very interesting discussion, and I would encourage you guys to listen to that if you're still kind of thinking about what you want to do for this year and how you want to shake things up and make yourself a better you. Listen to that video, but I also have an article that my Weight Watchers leader sent to me, and it talks about the difference between making a resolution versus making a habit. And you guys all know that I'm trying to use the habit tracker to form 12 good habits this year, 1 per month. So this is going to tie in pretty well. I think I haven't actually had time to read the article, so I'm going to try to read that, and then I'll talk with you guys about it tomorrow, because I really want to see what the difference is between a goal versus a resolution versus a habit. I think there's going to be some valuable information for all of us in that, so I will talk to you more about that tomorrow. And that's all I got for you guys right now. I am going home to roast some vegetables. Eddie's mom found a recipe. I think it's actually a Pioneer Woman recipe, and she uses butternut squash, Brussels sprouts, red onion, a little bit of spices. She does and she roasts them, and then she does a balsamic glaze. And I think she sprinkles, what does she put on top? It might be cranberries, but I don't remember at all right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roast those 3 vegetables, 0 points. I'm going to roast those. I'm going to add just a few spices. Honestly, I'll probably do the Trader Joe's bagel seasoning because I love it. We all love it. So I'm going to roast those, and then instead of doing a balsamic glaze, because a balsamic glaze involves sugar, and I really don't want the extra points from the sugar. Balsamic vinegar also has points. 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar is 1 point. 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar is 0 points. So a nice sprinkle of balsamic vinegar is going to be 0 smart points, and I got some really delicious vinegars from my sister for Christmas. And then I'm going to top it all off with 1 ounce of Trader Joe's fat-free feta cheese for 0 smart points. So I'm going to have a very delicious 0 smart points roasted vegetable dish. And you know what, that would actually probably be really good with some chopped pine nuts sprinkled on top, or even some chopped almonds or walnuts, and a little bit of either fat-free feta cheese or gorgonzola or whatever kind of cheese you like. This sounds really delicious. So I am obviously hungry. I'm going to jump off here and eat my pear, and I'll show you dinner when it's ready. Okay guys, here are my roasted vegetables. So I have some peeled and diced butternut squash. I have some fresh Brussels sprouts that I cut in half. And then I have a whole red onion that I just kind of cut into chunks. The only seasoning that I have on this so far is some Everything But the Bagel sesame seasoning. And I have some of this Frank's Red Hot seasoning. Just a little bit for just a little bit of kick, hopefully. You have to be careful with this, or at least I do, because it tends to get really salty.
And we don't use a lot of salt, so we're therefore very sensitive to salt. So I am going to put this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes and then give it a stir, and then I'll do another 20 minutes and it should be ready to go. Okay, 9 o'clock on the nose, and here is what's for dinner. So here is probably about 6 ounces of grilled chicken for 0 smart points. It is topped with, of course, everything but the bagel sesame seasoning for 0 smart points. And then over here I have the roasted vegetables. They are all 0 smart points. It is the butternut squash, Brussels sprouts, and red onion, all 0 smart points. I topped them with 1 ounce of fat-free feta cheese for 0 smart points, and also a sprinkle of this balsamic vinegar. This is a pomegranate balsamic vinegar, and definitely 2 teaspoons or less, so 0 smart points. So everything on my plate is 0 smart points. I'm drinking this Diet Squirt citrus drink, and I do have some frozen grapes in the bottom as well, so my beverage is 0 smart points. And this is my dessert. This is actually it's about a cup of fat-free Greek yogurt. So I'm using this God's Greek yogurt. I'm not thrilled with it because it tends to separate, and then when you try to stir it back up, stir the liquid and the solid together, it stirs a little chunky and not like really smooth. So I think I like the Chobani better, but this was less expensive, so I got a couple containers of this. Anyway, a cup of that for 0 smart points, and then I added 1 teaspoon of the Folgers Instant Crystals for 0 smart points, and I also added a half a pack of this Weight Watchers Cafe Creations Mucho Mocha for 0 smart points. So it's like a mocha java pudding kind of thing. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I always wanted to see what coffee flavored yogurt tastes like, so now I know. So that is my dessert. It is 0 smart points, and dinner is 0. And what did I have for lunch? Oh, I did not. The chicken coleslaw was 0, the pear was 0, Hungry Girls scoopable apple pie 0, and I drank like a quarter cup of that muscle milk mocha drink from Starbucks. It was not as good after it was frozen, so I didn't count a point for that. So it looks like everything for my day so far is 0 smart points. Super bizarre, but I'm very satisfied. I don't feel the need to eat more, and I'm not depriving myself of anything except the wine that I really want. So I am good at 0 smart points. So that's it for me for today.